What if I told you that America holds secrets older than Egypt, older than Stonehenge? Buried not in textbooks, but in silence. Across the United States lie monuments and megaliths that defy modern explanation. They weren't built by settlers. They weren't recorded by history, but they are real, massive, and ancient. From magnetic anomalies to celestial precision to tales of giants and sky gods, these sites rewrite what we thought we knew. Today, we expose the 7 most mysterious ancient places in America that shouldn't exist. This is the Arcane Globe. The Berkeley Mystery Walls, hidden in the hills near San Francisco, stretch walls made of volcanic rock, some over 6 feet tall and running for miles. Discovered by John Fryer in 1904, they were first dismissed as colonial farm fences, but there's a problem. No tools, no mortar, and no nearby settlements have ever been found. The Ohlone people called them Trails of the Old Ones. Their stories speak of giant beings who built before the Great Flood. Carbon, dating from 2002, shocked the academic world. Over 12,000 years old, older than the pyramids, older than writing. Even stranger, some wall junctions align perfectly, with sunrise on the summer solstice, and hikers report compass malfunctions at specific points along the stones. These aren't boundaries, they're messages left by someone long forgotten. Now that we've seen the enigmatic walls hidden in California's hills, let's head to the heart of the Midwest, where an enormous earthwork takes the shape of something ancient and alive. Next up, the Great Serpent Mound, Ohio, at over 1,300 feet long. The Serpent Mound slithers silently across Adams County, Ohio. Viewed from the sky, it's a serpent swallowing an egg, but from the ground, its true scale is incomprehensible. Mainstream archaeology says it was built by the Fort Ancient culture, but even that culture may have only modified an older structure. Why? Because the head aligns with the summer solstice sunset, while the coils match lunar alignments that only an advanced civilization could have tracked. From this serpentine symbol of celestial knowledge, we now travel back west to a scorching desert, where massive human-like figures are etched into the earth. Let's uncover the mystery of the Blythe Inaglios, California. In the desert near Blythe, California, across a barren plateau, lie enormous geoglyphs, visible only from the air. Human-like figures over 170 feet long, carved into the earth by scraping away dark rocks to reveal lighter soil beneath. The Mojave tribes say they were made by the Creator himself and used for sacred ceremonies. But how did ancient people create perfect proportions, visible only from hundreds of feet above? And why do some figures mirror the constellations? When one glyph was surveyed by air in the 1930s, it perfectly matched Orion. Who made them, when, and how? Without flight, we've seen monuments that reach for the sky, but now we journey below. Beneath Arizona's iconic cliffs lies a tale so controversial, it's been buried for over a century. Prepare to descend into the Grand Canyon Cave Complex. In 1909, a front-page story in the Arizona Gazette claimed the Smithsonian had discovered a vast underground city in the Grand Canyon filled with Egyptian and Asian artifacts. The alleged discoverer, G.E. Kincaid, an explorer funded by the Smithsonian. He described statues of deities, hieroglyphics, and even mummified remains. The site was supposedly sealed off, and to this day, the Smithsonian denies it ever existed. But maps show a Kincaid's cave, and pilots have been banned from flying over certain Grand Canyon zones, where cliffs are named after Egyptian gods. Why the secrecy? And why would ancient artifacts from Egypt and India appear deep beneath Arizona? Now, stepping out from the shadows of the canyon, we follow the mighty Mississippi to the remains of a once thriving city, a place more populated than London in its prime. Let's explore the mysterious Cahokia Mounds, Illinois. Just outside St. Louis, Missouri, stand the remains of a city that once held over 20,000 people, more than London at the time. Massive pyramid-like mounds, a wooden Stonehenge for tracking the sun, and a lost civilization that left no written records. This was Cahokia, North America's first metropolis. Who were these people? Why did they suddenly vanish around 1350 CE? And how did they align their city with such astronomical precision? Theories range from ancient seafarers to sky gods who taught them geometry. Even the Aztecs claimed their ancestors came from the north, from cities just like this one, from the heartland of a forgotten civilization. We travel south to Texas, where deep underground, a wall of impossible stones has sparked centuries of speculation, now revealing the Rock Wall, Texas. In the 1850s, settlers digging a well near Rockwall, Texas, uncovered a massive stone wall, 40 feet underground. It extended for miles, perfectly fitted stones, some the size of cars. Mainstream scholars claimed it was a natural formation, but geological analysis found chisel marks and signs of deliberate shaping. Even more bizarre, some stones contain fossilized shells in patterns not found in nature. Local legends tell of an underground city buried by a global flood. Could this be a relic of a forgotten civilization, possibly pre-Ice Age? And now our journey comes to an end, but not before we visit the northeastern woods of New Hampshire, where stones whisper secrets to the sun. America's Stonehenge, New Hampshire. On a forested hilltop in Salem, New Hampshire, stands a site known as America's Stonehenge. Stone chambers, table-like altars, and standing stones aligned with solstices and equinoxes. It's estimated to be over 4,000 years old, but no Native American tribe claims its creation. Some theorists link it to ancient Celts, Phoenician sailors, or even refugees from Atlantis. What we do know is this: its astronomical accuracy is undeniable. On the summer solstice, the sun sets perfectly through a stone corridor, just like in Britain's Stonehenge. Coincidence or a shared global knowledge? After exploring New Hampshire's Stonehenge, we journey west, deep into the quiet plains of Washington State, where another ancient circle waits in silence, the Hooper Stone Circle, Washington State. In the remote plains of eastern Washington, near the tiny town of Hooper, a circle of basalt stones, massive, weathered, and eerily aligned, rests quietly in the grasslands. To the casual eye, they might seem like random boulders, but aerial surveys tell a different story. The stones form a near-perfect ring, measuring over 80 feet across. Echoing stone circles, seen in Britain and Northern Europe. No modern records explain who placed them or why. Local ranchers discovered them in the 1940s, but indigenous legends suggest the site predates even their oldest stories. Some believe it was a celestial calendar, others a place of ancient ritual, but no archaeologist has officially investigated it. And so the Hooper Stone Circle remains an unsolved chapter in America's hidden past. We will now discuss the rugged volcanic landscapes of New Mexico, where symbols etched in ancient rock may hold the keys to a lost language and a forgotten people. The Capulan Petroglyphs. Near Capulan Volcano National Monument in northeastern New Mexico lies a windswept region dotted with basalt cliffs. And carved into those cliffs are hundreds of strange petroglyphs. They show spirals, animals, celestial patterns, and figures with outstretched arms and radiant heads. But here's the mystery. These aren't like most southwestern rock art. They appear older, cruder, but also more complex. Some resemble symbols found in Northern Europe, others align with the solstices when sunlight cuts across the stones in perfect angles. Were they the work of the ancestral Puebloans, origin of a culture that came before? Now, it's time to discuss the last, but not the least. I mean, the Irakcoy Earthworks, hidden in the wooded edges of upstate New York, near the quiet town of Lewiston, lie the Irakcoy Earthworks. Though time and forest have softened their shape, these ancient mounds still whisper secrets of a forgotten world. Some scholars link them to the Hopewell culture, famous for earthworks aligned with celestial patterns. Others suggest they were created by even older hands, long before written memory. Their purpose remains uncertain. Ceremonial centers, astronomical markers, portals to the spirit world. Irakcoy oral traditions speak of sky beings, cosmic journeys, and teachings from the stars. By sharing all of these details with you, I have a conclusion that these places shouldn't exist. They contradict history, and yet they're there, etched in stone, aligned with the stars, whispering a message from a time before time.